Today, we are diving into the topic of doing the hard stuff. Do you ever wonder why it is that you have so many plans, you have so many dreams, yet you falter when it's time to take action? Well, that's what we're talking about today. We are addressing that head first. As a matter of fact, I got your back because I've got a 5-step plan that is going to have you crushing procrastination. It's going to have you crushing the fear and the anxiety of taking the first step. Today, you are taking action by implementing my 5-step plan. It's all inside of today's episode. Let's get it. What's up, my friend, and welcome to Grit, Grace, and Inspiration. I am your host, Kevin Lowe. 20 years ago, I awoke from a life-saving surgery only to find that I was left completely blind. And since that day, I've learned a lot about life, a lot about living, and a lot about myself. And here on this podcast, I want to share those insights with you. Because, friend, if you are still searching for your purpose, still trying to understand why, or still left searching for that next right path to take, well, consider this to be your stepping stone to get you from where you are to where you want to be. Before we dive into today's episode, I got a question. Could you use a midweek pick-me-up, a little boost on a Wednesday to get you through the rest of the week? Well, if so, then I am inviting you to sign up for the Grit, Grace, and Inspiration Insiders. It's my once-a-week newsletter hitting your email just in time to blast away that midweek slump. It's the Grit, Grace, and Inspiration Insiders, and you can sign up today. Head on over to gritgraceinspiration.com/insider or find that link inside of today's show notes. What's up, my friend? Welcome to episode number 226. Today's episode is all about me inspiring you to get up and to take action towards your dreams, your goals, your desires. I am your host, Kevin Lowe, a transformational life and business coach who is on a mission to be sure that you start living the life you were meant to live. It is so easy for us to let life pass us by. I am no exception to the rule. But the fact is that we need to take this life in our own hands. We got to realize that today is a blessing. Every breath we breathe is a miracle. And so it's up to us to take advantage of it. And it's up to us to take action. And taking action is what we are talking about today. Inside of our last episode, that was episode number 225, I had the amazing opportunity to introduce you to Jen Drummond, a woman who at 40 years old decided she needed some more adventure in her life. And next thing you know, she's setting off to break a world record, to be the first woman to ever climb to the top of the world's 7-second summits. The woman is incredible. If you did not check out her interview, please be sure to go back and listen to episode number 225. I will be sure that that link is also left inside of today's show notes. But what I got out of her interview is the need for us to do the hard stuff. Because without doing the hard stuff, we never can achieve those big, massive goals that we have. And I looked at her story and I looked at what she did and I thought, good gracious, at 40 years old, a mom, a woman, she was like, you know what? I'm going to do the hard stuff because this life is worth living and I got some mountains to climb. And so she did it. She put in the work and look at where she is today. Has this inspiring, incredible story to share, but even more so, she's got a life that she's living that is full of energy. It's full of zest, of excitement, a life that I think a lot of us desire to live. And maybe it's not so far-fetched. Maybe it's just up to us to take action. So if you're ready to take action, if you're ready to get brave, to do the hard stuff, Then baby, let's get going. Before we get diving into the tactics and strategies that I have for you today, I think it's first important for us to get real in understanding why is it that we fail to take action? Why is it so easy to dream, so easy to plan, yet so difficult for us to ever actually do something, to take action, to just take the first stinking step? Why is it? Well, we can beat ourselves up. We can say that it's just us. It's something wrong with us. But the fact of the matter is that us is we. We all got this same problem. Now, yeah, maybe some people suffer from it more than others, but I believe it's just something inside of us all. And the way that we have to look at it is we have to figure out, how do we overcome it? That's what today is all about. How do we overcome this thing in us that has us failing to ever take action, to take a step forward? And I believe the thing that we're trying to overcome is the fear of failure. Because if we stay the same, if we never actually try something, well, then we never have to risk anything. We never have to put ourselves out there. We never have to have the worry of judgment. We never have to fear failure. Well, the problem though with that is that then that means things stay the same. And if you like where you are, well, then awesome. But if you don't, then that's a really bad thing. So you have to understand, what is greater? My fear of staying the same or my fear of stumbling along the way? But at least when you stumble, you're already in forward momentum. So, well, why not choose to stumble your way forward instead of staying the same? That's what we're trying to overcome. That's what we're overcoming today. I'm not here to promise you that what I'm about to share is going to be easy, that you're never going to stumble. No, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that I want you to realize that your future matters more than anything else, that you matter more than anything else, and that the dreams that you have deserve to come true. And so today, I want to equip you with the mindset, the tips, and the strategies to conquer that mindset, to overcome that fear of failure, and to have you stepping outside of the door and taking action. That's what we're doing. So let's get real. Let's dive into it. How is it that we overcome it? How do you get past these mental hurdles and overcome these struggles that have been plaguing you your entire life? I mean, it's easy to say, I'm going to do it. It's easy to write it down in a notebook, but actually implementing those plans, taking action, is a whole nother thing. What if it's just too hard? You want to do it, but you can't, and you get discouraged. And even at this moment, you're listening to this podcast and you understand what I'm talking about, because you've got notebooks full of dreams, of ideas, of plans, maybe to start a business, maybe to redo your home, maybe, I don't know, to run a marathon. And yet they never went any further from the notebook. Well, today I'm about to give you a 5-step plan that is going to take that from a notebook and put it into reality. I'm about to introduce you to a framework that I have designed called B.R.A.V.E. And B.R.A.V.E. is going to equip you with the tools and strategies you need to unleash your full potential. If you're ready to get brave, if you're ready to do the thing, if you're ready to do the hard work, then baby, let's dive in to B.R.A.V.E. The letter B, it stands for believe. I want you to believe in nothing else but yourself. I want you to believe in your ability. I want you to believe in the fact that you are capable of achieving everything you could imagine. I want you to look in the mirror and say, you know what? Heck yeah, he's right. Kevin is onto something, because I believe I am it. I want you to believe that you have all the answers. I want you to believe that you don't need to go out constantly researching, constantly watching videos, and never taking action, because I want you to believe in yourself. That is so vitally important. And if it comes a little bit hard, then you know what? When you look in that mirror, view yourself as the person you aspire to be. Not a different person, no, because I think you're awesome just the way you are. But what about a better version of you? What about a version of you who isn't in this situation, who's already implemented the B.R.A.V.E formula, who's already taken action? I want you to view yourself as that person, and I want you to keep that version of you in the forefront of your mind. The letter R. It's time to rise above your challenges. You got them, I got them, we all got them. The challenges of life. But here's the golden ticket. I've realized in this life that it's not what happens to us that matters. It's how we react to it. So when you have challenges presented in your life, I want you to realize that it's how you react to those challenges that's going to define your future. Not define you in terms of what other people see in you, but define you in the way in which you are going to see yourself. Remember yourself. As I said, challenges, they're going to happen. Big ones, little ones, monumental ones, or even just the little ones that you're going to forget about by tomorrow. It's just the fact of the world we live in. But with this formula, with this B.R.A.V.E 5-step formula, you're going to overcome them. Because right now you're rising above those challenges. You believe in yourself. You're rising above your challenges. And now we enter the letter A. Acknowledge and attack. I know it sounds a little bit fierce. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to pump you up. Acknowledge and attack. What am I talking about? I am talking about you taking courageous action, even when it seems uncomfortable. If it's a goal that scares you, well, then that means you need to accomplish it even more. If it's you wanting to get fit, but you're scared of jogging over the bridge, well, I want you to jog over the bridge. I want you to acknowledge what scares you. And whatever that is, I want you to attack it. I want you to get fierce. We are not messing around here, is what I'm telling you. I might be smiling as I record this podcast, but I am trying to get you motivated to find a part of you that maybe has been hidden. It's time for you to get fierce, to get angry, to get ready to crush your goals, because today you are ready and eager to do the hard stuff. The letter V. I want you to visualize your success. I want you to create a clear and pristine image of exactly what you want to accomplish. Because if you know where you're going, then you'll know when you're there. Without a goal, well, my goodness, we have no idea if we ever met it. It's kind of like setting off on a road trip with no destination in mind. How do you know if you've gotten to where you want to go if you never knew where you wanted to go in the first place? So I want you to visualize exactly where you're going. The letter E, the last step in the B.R.A.V.E formula, is to embrace the journey. I want you to recognize the fact that the journey to get to where you want to go is just as valuable as actually getting there. I said it earlier. I'll say it again, that this life is short. Every moment is a blessing, and I want you to take advantage of it. So even in this season of life, when you're chasing after your goals and it's hard and you're doing the hard work, you're doing the hard stuff, I want you to realize, hey, you know what? I am doing it. And I want you to be sure that you're enjoying it, because you're not just doing this to do it. You're doing it for a reason. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the pain. Enjoy the sweat, the tears, the long days. I want you to enjoy it. Now, it may seem a little funny. It may seem a little crazy, but I'm telling you, enjoy the process. It's going to make the whole thing that much more rewarding. Because what if, my friend, it's not the destination that matters. It's the journey. That's where the real meaning of life lies. That is my 5-step process called B.R.A.V.E. Now, here's the thing that I want you to remember is that this formula is not just for when you want to climb to the top of the highest mountain. It's not just when you want to run a marathon. It's not just when you want to swim across the ocean. No, it's for you doing life. Maybe it's you pursuing a new career, starting your own business, pursuing a new relationship, or just trying to become a better version of you. Maybe wanting to get in shape, eat a little better, exercise a little more, have that dream body that you want to be rocking by summertime. That's what I'm talking about with today's episode. That's what the B.R.A.V.E. formula is all about. No matter what your big goal is, what your dream is, if you implement my 5-step formula called B.R.A.V.E., then baby, you are as good as there. So my friend, I leave you with this question. What hard stuff have you been avoiding? What dreams, aspirations, goals have you been putting on hold? Because, well, it seems like too much work to make it come true. I hope that today can be the inspiration you need to take that first step, to pull back out that notebook slid under your bed. I want you to pull it out. I want you to open it up. I want you to look back at what you had written down, about the dream you had, about the plan you planned. And I want this to be the inspiration you need to take the first step. Because the power of the first step is, once you take the first step, the second step's a little bit easier. The third step's a little bit easier than that. And you start building momentum and you start moving forward. And before you know it, oh my gosh, you've just made your dreams come true because you chose to put in the hard work to do the thing. And hey, that's what I want for you. My friend, my name is Kevin Lowe, your host, as well as transformational life and business coach. If I can ever be a help to you, please reach out to me. My contact information is inside of every episode's show notes, or you can always head straight to my website, gritgraceinspiration.com. Until next time, get out there and do the hard stuff because you got goals to crush.